Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday. I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. You're watching Eyewitness News here on the Wax. We appreciate that. A lot to talk about from overnight. But first, let's get the details on that first alert. Meteorologist Scott Gagliardi is in with the details. Another really windy day. I look at Torrington.
This is the cam that's been really just overachieving today.
Yeah,
non-stop for the last 2 days.
And the flag.
It
so
is.
it's like
and that's the
hyper.
thing.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's the wind that's a sustained wind. You get those gusts, you could deal with those.
Right.
This is a constant wind, 20 miles an hour.
Yeah. Wow.
It's only 7 o'clock in the morning. The gusts today will be a little bit higher than even yesterday. Tuesday, they were just over 50. Yesterday, they were about up to 50. Today, we're looking at back up above 50 mile an hour, mostly 40 to 50, but there will be a few that are above that. Right now, live look in Torrington, this cam is shaking around the most I've seen it since I've been here through Windsor locks. You notice it's 23 degrees. The wind is sustained out of the north-northwest at 21, but we have that first alert weather day, so we have the cold, the wind, the gusts 40 to 50, maybe even a little bit higher than that. This morning, the wind chills are near and even in some cases below 0, and this afternoon, they're only climbing to 5 to 15. We have a wind advisory all day. This shouldn't have been issued since Tuesday, but either way, it's going to be very windy once again today. Those winds out of the north and west, 15 to 20. These are the sustained winds. It's the gusts already, 20 to near 30. They'll be increasing throughout the day today. We're looking at very cold temperatures right now. The actual temperature on your car or in your house that you're reading outside, teens and mid-20s, but it feels like temperatures right now. Salisbury, 1 single degree, 4 degrees in Torrington, even along the immediate shoreline, 10 to 15 degrees. There is relief. It comes as early as tomorrow, and then we have a snow chance this weekend. I'll break all that down, though, coming up in less than 10. Good morning, Kate.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Good morning, everyone. 7:02 here on the Wax. If you're just joining us, we do appreciate that. And if you're getting ready to hit the road, to head to work, bring the kids to school or the bus stop, it's another blustery, very, very gusty day, which could impact your drive just because the wind is kind of knocking those vehicles around, especially those 18-wheelers. So give yourself some space, reduce the speeds, hang on tight to the steering wheel, all that good stuff. Live look outside here in Hartford, 91 north and southbound. So the southbound side heading in towards the capital city region, still light out there as it is here in Middletown along Route 9. That camera is a little frozen right now, as is the rest of us. A live look here in Waterbury, 84 east and westbound by the Mixmaster, and Meriden 691 east and westbound. There's that camera moving again. That's some good news. No crashes, no major incidents. We didn't have any overnight construction, but I do expect that daytime work to pick up between about 8:30 and 9 o'clock. And again, your drive times all looking great. Brief delays 95 southbound on the Parkway, but again, make sure that you are warming up that car. Bundle up as you're heading out the door. Stay safe as you hit the roads. I'm Caitlin Francis with your Connecticut Chevy First Alert Traffic Report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Well, today the nation will say goodbye to former President Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter's casket has been lying in state since Tuesday night, and in just a few hours it will be taken to the National Cathedral for a state funeral where roughly 3,000 people are expected to attend.
We've learned President Biden will deliver a eulogy. President-elect Trump says he will attend the service as well. Here in Connecticut, the former president will be honored at the submarine base in New London. Carter was no stranger to the naval base after serving there during his time in the Navy.
Your reporter Olivia Schuler is at the sub base to explain what's happening today. Olivia.
Caitlin and Tracy, former President Jimmy Carter spent much of his time in Connecticut and even lived here for a few years. Now the Naval Submarine Base is going to be having a 21-gun salute on this National Day of Mourning to remember and honor the life of President Jimmy Carter. At noon today, the saluting battery from Naval Submarine Support Facilities Weapons Department will begin the 21-gun salute with its saluting battery. The salute will consist of 21 separate single-round volleys. It's a beautiful honor to President Carter, who has strong ties to Connecticut. He first served here and years later came back to the base to help christen the USS Jimmy Carter. You're taking a look at Carter and Rosalind's visit in 2004. He spoke out against a plan to close the Groton sub-base. President Carter didn't stay away from Connecticut long. In 2007, Carter was back in the Nutmeg State to speak at Quinnipiac's Albert Schweitzer Institute. He discussed the United States' special role as an economic and political superpower.
And that was our Olivia Schuler reporting. So the Submarine Force Museum will be closed today. You can watch today's salute from the Nautilus Overlook Park. Also at 10 o'clock this morning, there will be a statewide moment of silence for Carter.
Now, because of today's National Day of Mourning, there will be no mail today, and all post offices are closed.
Also, all major U.S. stock markets like the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ will be closed as well.
Join us today as we honor the life and legacy of Jimmy Carter. We'll begin broadcasting the service for the former president this morning at 10 on Channel 3.
Right now, we're working to learn more about a house fire that kept crews busy in Windsor overnight.
Officials say the flames broke out at a home on Woodduck Farms Road just before midnight.
We're working to get some more information for you right now on whether anyone was home or hurt in that fire.
Okay, everybody, Roger Suzanne here live at the First Alert Desk. We want to bring you another update on the horrific fires that have killed 5 people and destroyed thousands of homes in Southern California. We now know the flames also are not the only danger. I want you to take a look at your screen. This is brand new video we just got this morning from Studio City, California. Do you see those flashes there? Those are power lines actually exploding. Now, the fire there in Studio City is actually unrelated to the wildfires burning, but it is one of 6 big fires that are forcing people to evacuate right now. More than 130,000 people, in fact, have been ordered to leave their homes behind. Those fires have destroyed more than 2,000 homes and buildings overall and just eviscerated more than 25,000 acres of land. And again, at least 5 people we know were killed by those flames and smoke. Sadly, all those numbers also, according to experts, are expected to rise throughout the day. Of course, we'll keep you posted on the latest developments. Live at the First Alert Desk, I'm Roger, Suzanne, and Tracy, Caitlin, I'll send it back to you.
Okay, Roger, thank you. Well, right now, a widespread data breach of the information system called PowerSchool is impacting several local school districts in our state.
So district leaders are working now to make sure data about students, families, and educators are secure. We know some districts impacted include Colchester, Canton, and Rocky Hill.
PowerSchool did release a statement saying they believe the data has been deleted and no additional copies were made.
Well, happening tonight, a meeting in Old Saybrook will focus on the town's police department and what's been described as a, quote, unpleasant work environment.
Your reporter, Matt McFarland, is at the Old Saybrook Town Hall with the details on this investigation.
The task, finding out why so many officers were leaving the Old Saybrook Police Department. And tonight, the results of that independent investigation will be laid out here at a public meeting. Past year investigators with the Police Executive Research Forum, also known as PERF, interviewed more than 70 people asking the question, why do officers leave the Old Saybrook Police Department? Since 2009, when current Police Chief Michael Spira took over, around 54 staffers have either resigned, retired, or have been terminated. PERF called the losses a troubling trend, citing that unlike national staffing trends, which are improving, OSPD continues to lose personnel. And while the chief expressed concern too, pointing to officers leaving for better pay and benefits, PERF investigators say most officers left due to a work environment described as unhealthy and filled with stress and paranoia. The report includes 31 recommendations for improvements. And Old Saybrook's first selectman says the police commission, which oversees the department, will review them all.
My reaction is that the police commission needs to delve into this report, look at the recommendations and see if in fact those recommendations help us continue to attract and retain.
Chief Michael Spira telling Eyewitness News he reviewed the report and is awaiting tonight's presentation, adding it would be premature to make any comment about their work prior to the conclusion of PERF's contractual obligation to the citizens of Old Saybrook. It is important to respect the process. Your reporter in Old Saybrook, Matt McFarland, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
And the time right now, 7:09 on your Thursday morning. We have that First Alert Weather Day once again. This is the day 3 of 3 in terms of the wind and the cold. Here's a live look outside, though, in Old Saybrook. An absolutely stunning shot here. We have a sunrise coming in about the next 10 minutes or so. It looks like a painting out there. It looks very, very nice, but it's very deceiving. In terms of our feels like trend, today we're still down near that extreme and very cold category. But notice what happens by the time we get towards tomorrow and through the weekend. It's still chilly, but it is extremely tolerable with feels like temperatures back up where they should be for this time of year in the 30s. Here's a look at your future cast with the wind chill, or I should say with the wind gusts. This morning we're talking that 20 to 30. Later on this morning, 40 to about 50 miles per hour. That lasts even into the overnight hours. Through midnight, it's still very breezy. And then by tomorrow, it will still be on the breezy side, but by no means looking at that 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts. We're talking 20s and 30s in terms of a wind gust. So there'll still be a little bit of wind chill, but it's much more tolerable. Notice there's a few flakes flying to the north. None of those here in Connecticut just yet. Could have a couple of those later on today, but a better chance for some snow. That actually comes in on Saturdays. Light accumulation. We'll go into much more detail about this, though. That's all coming up with your full First Alert forecast.